Yo, people, what is going on? This is a Spartan Killer, and welcome back to another episode of Dr. AK. Welcome to my office. It's in my parents' house. I am in a bathroom to stop everybody from waking up, and I'm trying to keep my voice low. I'm not trying to freak out as much, but chances are it's gonna happen because I'm getting some good questions. Now, first off, the last one that I did, a lot of people seem to get in an outrage, and I like that because a lot of people are what make the world go round. Like, everybody has different opinions about something. I have opinions about something, somebody else has opinions about something. But then you have people that have different opinions, but they're just really stupid about them. Like, it's like you either think the way they want or they're done with you. So, let me just give you an example. Unsubbed, mate. I was like, okay, cool, dude. If you don't like it, great. That was horrible advice on the first question. A father should never hit his kid regardless if he calls him by his first name. If the father wants respect, he should tell his son that he grew up during a time where you called your elders by Mr. and Mrs. last name. Blaming the child for calling him by his first name is not the way you should have handled it. That is exactly the way I should have handled it. Chances are his dad grew up getting the snot kicked out of him by his dad. The father is not going to say, hey, you should maybe call me by my first and last name. Chances are the father might have already said it. I grew up getting my butt handed to me constantly. I have ADHD. I was doing stupid stuff all the time. Zach, what are you doing? I don't know, playing with a light socket. Get beat. Zach, what are you doing? I'm playing boats in the sink and the water overflowed. Get beat. Zach, what are you doing? I'm traipsing mud in the house. Get beat within an inch of your life. I grew up where you get beat for pretty much anything, and it's not like rope-a-dope, aka Muhammad Ali, where you get backed into a corner and there's just fists flying. Most of the time people tend to exaggerate when they say, I get beat. I got beat by getting hit with pretty much anything available. And sometimes there was punches. Sometimes I was running around the house scared for my life and locking myself in the door and hearing the banging on the door. And I was like, I'm gonna die. This is awesome. It's nice knowing you. I do a vlog. It was great knowing you guys. I'm gonna die now. So that is the way that I do it. That is the way that I grew up. I grew up getting beat for everything. The dad beats his son. The son should show him respect in the first place. That's what I believe. Like, if you don't like it, great. If you do, cool, awesome. That there's gonna be people that have advice that say, okay, he should hit him or he shouldn't. Chances are the dad might spank him, hit his hand, like push him. I mean, I used to get brain dusters where you get hit really hard on the head. Not fun. So chances are pretty high that the beating that the kid says, yeah. Okay, and the thing now where he said beating is, I saw a couple of them in here where the guy said it's illegal to hit somebody. I don't think it's wrong to hit your kids. I think that there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. Now, a lot of you guys might disagree because you guys are all a bunch of young kids and you don't want to get the snot beat out of you. But I'm going to say a nice, like, doing it to a kid that is 9 is pretty much unacceptable. There's certain cases, like if he does something stupid, like, I just went to see a house today, which is why the video didn't come up yesterday afternoon. Some kid threw a rock through the window. I would have taken that kid home and beaten him with an inch of his life. And then I would have made him go back to the house and pay for the window. Be like, dude, you are going to fix this pronto. Guaranteed he will not break another window in his life. He will say, holy snot, my dad almost killed me, and I am not going to do that again. Now, I don't think that you should just full out abuse the kid. I'm thinking nice hitting on the bottom, shall we say. I'm not going to put on boxing gloves and just start railing on a 9-year-old kid. But I do think that when you start parenting, when they are young, very, very young, kids are smart. Kids, babies, toddlers, they are smart. They will know when they get hit on the hand, when they get a stern talking to, when they get spanked, to not do stuff. And a lot of people said, oh, well, he could suffer from depression and all this other stuff. I grew up in the exact same environment he is, most likely as far as disciplinary action goes. Am I going through depression? Nope. Do I get my depressed days? Yes, everybody does. Even the most happiest person in the world does. So, I do believe that I handled that question correctly. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you like it, great. If you don't, awesome. Then you're just going to raise the kids that you want. I'm going to raise my kids the way that I want. I told the kid to stop disrespecting his dad. I didn't say, you should just call him by his first name and then cuss him out and then you should just shoot him in the face. That's not going to happen. You should stop. Once you stop doing that to your dad, he won't have a reason to hit you. Like, I don't see why people think, I hate it when people point the finger at the parents when kids today are just little brats. I'm not saying the kid who calls his dad by his first name is a brat. I'm sure that all of us know somebody who is a spoiled brat. I wanted the iPhone 5 in black. You got it in white. Cry baby cry. Go tweet about it. Go Instagram your sadness. Or something stupid. But that is the way that I answered the question. I'm very, very hard disciplined. Like, a lot of people are like, Zach, I want to be your kid. Cool. All you have to do is just do what I say. That's it. That's all I want. I'm not going to ask some crazy demands like, hey, help me build this house. Just do what I say when I say it, and everything will be cool. You will get rewarded for it. Like, what do you want? Oh, I'd like to have a 4-wheeler for my birthday. Cool. Have a one. Just don't be stupid. Oh, Dad, I got caught by the cops going 90 on my 4-wheeler. Thank you for the 4-wheeler back. I will go out and ride it now, and I will rub it in your face and say, you are really stupid for doing what you did and not being responsible. Then when you realize I'm doing donuts in the parking lot and you want to have some of that fun, say, you know what, Dad, I'm sorry, I apologize, I should not have done that. Build up the trust again, and then you get the 4-wheeler back. Like, I'm very, very strict, I guess. I guess you could say there's a right, there's a wrong, you should do right, or that's not going to be a fun life. Now, I know that there are some adults out there that just beat their kids with, like bonkers, like crazy. And then there's people that just give their kids times out. I'm not going to go ahead and touch on that subject because I was raised in one of those and my wife was raised in another way. I'm just going to leave it at that. Not going to talk bad about my wife. She's not going to talk bad about me. Everybody just has their different parenting techniques and you need to adapt it to the kid. I've seen kids get spanked and spanked and spanked and spanked. They just keep doing it. Then you get the kid to sit him in timeout, listens immediately. So you need to adapt. Simply told the kid to stop calling his dad by the first name. That's it. Everybody's like, oh, it's illegal. And then no, the kid probably just got hit or something. I don't know. I have no idea what happened. So I'm not going to say anything else. That is my rant as far as I could go with just a nice level monotone voice. You guys gave me a lot of good questions and I kind of ranted a little bit on that, but I was reading all the people responding and I felt that it needed to be addressed on how I was raised and how I'm going to raise my kids. Like, if my kid does something dumb, I'm going to spank him. Like, that's it. There's going to be no timeouts. There's going to be nothing. You're going to be spanked. If that doesn't work, then you'll get a timeout. You'll get stuff taken away from you. You'll be locked in a cell full of killer whales. I don't know what I'm going to do. That last one seems kind of awesome. But I felt like I needed to explain myself because some of you guys got confused and you guys, like, that's why it's always difficult to do stuff like this because you only get one side of the story. Now, let's say that the guy that calls his dad by his first name cusses him out, tells him he's not going to go to bed, yada yada. Dad only goes up with it for so long, and he just lashes out. Kind of the way my dad is. He takes it up to a certain point, and then you better run, because it's like a bull in a china shop, and kids are getting hit. You just run. You run. You trip your brother, hope that you're faster than him, and the dad takes on that kid and you're running free. That's it. So, I don't really know where I was going with that. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, you don't know the other side of the story. So, do not, just because I say a question, I am giving advice based on solely what I read. I do not have any personal communications with any of these people. I am reading what you see. I'm trying to address a situation in a couple sentences. Tell me how hard that is, or you try to do it, and then come back and talk and say, oh, that was bad advice. Like, no, that's what I believe. So, let's all just get along. Everybody has different opinions. You say, okay, well, this is what I think should have happened. And there were some of them that said, you know what, I think that this should have happened, this should have happened, this should have happened. And hopefully the dude read the comments and he can put them all together and he says, okay, this is what I should do. This is the best way to go about it. Now, you guys gave me a lot of good questions. I don't know how, there's like a lot of questions. Also, somebody said something, I just saw this comment. It says, also, Zach, being called underweight is just as hurtful as being called overweight. I know. I used to be, let's just say, 5'6" when I was 17. Well, like 5. Well, when I was 17, I was probably like at my height. So let's just say like 5'10". So I was kind of tall. I wasn't exactly a giant, but I wasn't super short, like 5'4". I was about 5'10", bordering on, like coming up close to 6 foot. I probably weighed about 135. If you don't know what 135 looks like, this was me standing sideways. Like, this is it. That's about as skinny as I was. I was super underweight. Super underweight, it was crazy. Hence why I bulked up. I put 5 to 6 years of knowledge and hard work into my body to actually be able to gain weight. So, I do know that it is very hurtful to be called underweight. I got called underweight all my life. I've been called gay all my life. I've been called not funny all my life. Oh, weird. I've been called I am horrible at everything all my, say it with me, life. I have gone through some very rough roads. I haven't had the peachiest life, but my life has been pretty good. I tend to focus on the positive and not exactly the negative. That's what you guys need to do. When you're being called underweight, yada yada, realize that you're probably going to grow out of it. You have a fast metabolism. I see on here a lot of people are like, Zach, I need to know how to gain weight. You're going to grow out of it. Right now your metabolism is super fast and you can eat anything you want. When you grow older, take a look at your dad. If your dad is skinny, chances are you're going to be skinny and you should probably stop worrying about weight because it's going to take a lot of hard work. If you're dedicated, go for it. Start eating calorie after calorie after calorie after calorie and good calorie like chicken and pasta and all that other stuff. But if your dad is on the bigger side, not necessarily like a beer belly or a lot of weight around the midsection, but if he's just a big stocky dude, that's what you're going to pretty much look like. Parents are pretty much what you're going to look like. Guys, if you're interested in a girl, take a look at her mom. Pretty much that's what she's going to look like. Girls, if you're interested in a guy, take a look at the dad. That's what he's going to look like. Also, like 2 people put comments saying that I was so baked and that I was so high. I don't do drugs. I never have, never will. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Ever. Never touched it in my life. That's a point of pride in my life. Like, hey, Zach, you want to go out to the bar? Nah, dude, I'm cool. I'd rather sit at home and play video games and get a candy high. Hey, look at all these Skittles I just bought. So I have never touched any drug, any alcohol, any cigarette, anything in my life. Nothing. Go ahead. Say, hey, Zach, have you done this? Nope. Never. Ever, never. I've seen a couple messages about people getting cyberbullied and bullied on the internet. That is one of the easiest things in the world to fix. Why? Because if it's on Facebook, you can screenshot it, you can print out your messages, you can do whatever it is that you do, take it down to the police station, give it to your parents, give it to the person's parents, and say, tell them to stop now. And there's no way that they can ever say, oh, that wasn't me. I was doing something else, that's somebody else. You'd be like, no, actually, there's your face, there's your name, yada, yada, yada. If you're getting bullied on Facebook, super easy to take care of. If you're getting bullied on some other website, super easy. Don't go to that website. But if you have to go to that website, just ignore them. Nobody is making you read their comments. They are not at your house pointing a gun to your head saying, read my comments and have it affect you. They are just some person on the other side of the computer probably having a pretty bad day, and they want you to have a bad day too. Also, I have no idea how long this video has been going on for. It's probably been going on for a long time because I'm like starting to sweat in here. It's like super hot. There's like no fan going. There's oh god, there's a computer going. There's my, oh god, everything's going. So, cyberbullied. Pay no attention to it. If it does have something with proof, give it to your parents, give it to their parents, give it to whoever is in charge of whatever, and say, tell them to stop, or I'm going to press charges and get a lawsuit against you, or I'm going to get a restraining order. Normally that kind of stuff scares the poop out of other people, and they're just like, oh, okay, all right, I'm cool, I'm done. Because right now, America and anywhere else in the world take cyberbullying very serious. So if you have any of that junk, any old, gross, perverted guys hitting on you and you're underage, definitely turn it into the authorities. Do not be scared to speak out. I know how scary it can be to speak out, but do not be scared at all and just say, you know what, this is the right thing to do. I need to get this person away from me. Or something else could happen that is way worse than just them talking on the internet. You never know. I'm just saying. So definitely give it to the right people. Don't just hide it and say, oh, they'll go away on their own. Seriously, do something. Talk to somebody. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I have no idea how long this video's been going on for. It's probably been going on for like 20 minutes and I have to stay up till, oh, it's 3:17 in the morning, so I'm probably gonna have to stay up for another 2 hours while this video renders. If it's up at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's gonna be freaking amazing. But definitely, I like hearing your guys' opinions. Don't ever say that somebody's opinion is wrong. Don't ever say that somebody's opinion is, I guess wrong would probably be like the most accurate word, because there's been a lot of brainwashed people out there. Take a look at that Kool-Aid incident with the guys with Hale-Bopp's Comet, and they started drinking the Kool-Aid laced with cyanide. And like the Marilyn Manson people. You might think they're crazy, but in their mind, they thought that they were right. There's not some magic thing where they're like robot zombies. They are actually living, breathing, thinking, and they're like, you know what? This is what it is. This is how it's supposed to be. I know that there's something coming behind this comet, and I'm going to kill myself, and I'm going to take a ride to heaven, or wherever they thought that they were going. And they could be right. They could have not have been right. You need to take a look from all angles and say, okay, this is how I should approach the situation. Again, like, you guys know a lot about me. Like, a lot. I know nothing about you. I know that your name is the Devastator 21. Like, that is it. So, like I said before, take the opinions with a grain of salt. If you like the way they sound, take them. You're just like, okay, that makes sense. Level-headed, and I like it. If you can take a step back, normally it takes somebody from outside the picture to see something that is totally wrong. But I fear that this video has gone on far too long. Definitely leave comments and let me know your guys' problems, because I love helping you guys out. And that's pretty much about it, because it looks like our time is up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment down below whatever you are thinking, and I will see you guys next time. Maybe in a bathroom, maybe not. Hopefully we'll be outside somewhere. Yeah, this is crazy. Peace!